Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Emma Grice, but you can call me Emma. Feel free to take a seat.
Thank you.
So before we start, could I offer you tea, coffee, anything, water?
Water would be nice,
No
please.
worries.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, all good. How was your morning?
It was okay. A little bit annoying. It was raining.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, I haven't been outside yet, but so whereabouts did you travel from?
Just from North Ryde.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I actually went to university at Macquarie.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun memories. So did you catch the metro here?
Yeah.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I wish I had that back in my day, but no, that's how time goes. I appreciate the time you've taken out of your day. I know that seeing a lawyer can be rather daunting, a bit anxious. Was this your first time?
Yeah, I've never had to see a lawyer or anything.
Yeah, no worries. Well, it's perfectly normal to be nervous, but my job is to make you feel comfortable, at ease, because then in turn I can give you the best advice moving forward. So in saying that, our relationship is built upon trust and confidence. Something that helps me to do this is our client confidentiality. Were you aware of that notion?
No.
So, because it's your first time, I'll give you a short rundown. Confidentiality is the relationship between me and you where you are comfortable and confident enough to tell me anything between these walls and have the confidence that it won't leave. There's only very few exceptions where I might need to disclose information, but you'll be made fully aware, and that's very, very rare. So, if there's anything I can do throughout the interview to make you feel more confident and comfortable, just let me know. If you have any questions throughout, I've given you a pen and paper to jot anything down. If it was alright, I'll be taking notes as well, just so I can recall and get a better understanding. Today was basically just to get a bit of an idea of what your situation was, get to know you a bit. I don't really want to get into the nitty gritty quite yet. So, yeah, if you at any time feel uncomfortable, if you feel overwhelmed, it's quite normal. We can take a break, you can go to the toilet, have a drink. Yeah, so do you have any questions before we start? Or
No questions. I think everything's pretty straightforward.
yeah. So, what brings you here today?
So really the main reason I'm here today is my mum. I'm just a little bit concerned for her as of late. She's become very paranoid and suspicious of people, even in regards to the staff around the house. She thinks they're stealing from the pantry and the fridge, taking her food and whatnot. Just really, obnoxious, weird little things for her to be paranoid about, and she's just not very trusting anymore. So
Do you think that comes with age, being more cautious of people, or?
yeah, well, she's headed towards the later part of her 70s,
Yeah,
so
of course.
I guess that's got a bit to do with it, but I'm just not sure.
So, what brings you here today?
So I want to talk about, I need some advice in planning, advanced planning for her. In particular, I want to discuss her will.
Yeah. So, what was her current will like?
So currently her will is, the main component of her will is her house, who in the will is currently left to me and my 3 other siblings.
Alright.
But at this current point in time, especially with her old age and all the care that she's been needing, my siblings have not been there for her. They don't show any concern. I've been really the main caretaker, very loyal and always by her side, because obviously in these times she needs it, and my siblings just don't really seem to care. They can come off as manipulating and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, you look after your mum full time? Do you live with her? Or?
Well, around 4 months ago, I moved from Victoria. I'd lost
nice,
my
yeah.
job there, and so I moved here, and I've been living with her for around 5 months now, I believe.
So, you have a close relationship with your mother?
Yeah, very close. No, it hasn't always been that way. Growing up, we weren't the closest, but as of late, everything's really brought us together, especially the financial stress that I was under. My mum really took me in and was there for me.
Yeah. So,
in
what's your
regards to
relationship with your siblings? Do they have any contact with your mum, or?
Limited contact,
Yeah.
but for me in particular, I don't really get along with my siblings. They've accused me of manipulating her against them and just manipulating her in general, and it's just absurd.
So you
care
feel
for
like
her.
their relationship with you has been impacted by how close you are with your mother.
Yeah, I guess it's just, I'm not even sure, jealousy maybe,
Yeah.
but they hate how, I guess loving towards our mother I am, which is ridiculous because they're not there for her. I live with her. I see this every day, see what she's going through, and I see how, old age is impacting her life, and like it breaks my heart, and I'm, glad to be there for her.
Yeah, you just want to be with your mother while she's getting a bit forgetful, cautious of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you feel like your siblings think your manipulation is for a certain reason, or?
Honestly, I just think because, as I told you, growing up we weren't very close. I think them seeing me get so close with her now, maybe envy, because they're not as close with her anymore.
Does your mum see her relationship with them as being closer or of the same nature as yours?
Well, she does want to change the will to where I now am the sole,
Oh, okay.
Receiver of the house when she, God forbid,
Because
passes.
you look after her so much and you, yeah.
Yep, she
Okay.
really has appreciated all the time and kindness and loyalty that
Yeah.
I've shown to her over these past couple months, and like the little contribution that my siblings have made.
Okay.
So, yep.
You are here to change or discuss how I can change the will into you being a sole person who receives the estate. Was this mainly because of your mother's house? Was it the property that you were interested in changing it to?
Well, yeah, it's really just that clause of the will. I'm not 100% on the other clauses, but I know that that is the one that my mother wants me to change. So the house is located about, like I told you, North Sydney, about 15 minutes from here. It's a 2-story, 4-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms. Like it's a humble family home.
Yeah, so do you have any other source of income or financial stability, or is this your, like, looking after your mum has become your singular?
Yeah, at the moment, that looking after my mother is basically my full-time job. I don't want to put her in any form of nursing home or
Yeah, of course, yeah.
anything like that, especially because for me to do that and to afford that, I'd have to sell the house, and like that's also my childhood home. My mum doesn't want to sell it.
Do your siblings feel the same way? They want to get the estate sold so they can put her into a nursing home, or?
I haven't really spoken to them as of late in regards to that. They don't know that the will's being changed because of they don't speak to my mum.
When was the last time they had any contact?
A month ago, probably. They used to check in weekly, so I don't know what's happened, for them to care so little now. But yeah, it's just I need the roof over my head.
Yeah,
if I sell it, and why would I put my mum in a nursing home and sell our family home, and then for me to be left out on the street and not be able to see her as much? Like, what?
Yeah, I can
that?
tell you have a very close relationship with your mum and you care a lot about what happens to her.
Yeah.
Especially since she's starting to mentally get a few impairments of
Exactly. Yeah.
struggling, being cautious. So you would consider yourself being one of the closest siblings with your mum?
Yeah. So at one point my sister was also quite close with her, but I guess, I don't know what it is, lack of care or loss of interest, but she has her own life now, her own family, her own kids, lives a bit further away, and like even a phone call to check up on our poor dear mum,
Yeah.
and they can't even do that.
So just checking my notes, you moved in how long ago? 5 months?
Yeah, 5 months ago.
Oh, okay. After losing your job in Victoria, or was
Yeah.
that always a plan for you to move up here?
Well, I told my mum that I had lost my job and I was under a lot of financial stress. So I had to move in, and my mother offered for me to move in. She was really worried because I wouldn't be able to
Yeah, she
afford
cares
to
about
live.
you.
Yeah, exactly. And I wouldn't be able to afford to live in Sydney otherwise.
Sure.
And which means I would be further away from her, and I didn't want that, and nor did she. Yeah.
Alright.